I need to get some music in the air. Hello to everyone who is here. I'm going around to social medias right now and I'm dropping by, saying hello, saying to every person that I come across, this is where I put my artwork. Over on my Facebook and Instagram. And the technology is barely cooperating tonight, so that's good. That's good, right? I don't know that there's a volume control on this thing. Oh yeah, so I thought to myself, let's play some music I've made for the intros, because my good friend Wobbly Python, as I keep going around trying to share this, stealing from him has shown me that you have to turn your own crank, man. You have to celebrate yourself. This song is called Low Roads. And you're probably looking at the weird moving bubbles and it says intermission. The Desiderata. Promotion. As you go along all these different discords, you have to be very deliberate about where you promote yourself, because you will tick some people off if you're not careful. It also shows that you don't belong to the community if you can't take the time to learn their rules, right? Artistry, TV and movies. Let us just say that I existed over here for a time. I'm trying to be a good person today. Oh, it's a voice channel for some other thing. Off-topic discussion. Dink. I have no, some of these things might even get me banned from, some of these discords, but I mean, that'd be a bummer, right? Alright, well, we're just about to bring up the curtain on this. I think that I pooped this out on most of the social medias. I finally got the Twitch thing open on monitor 3, so, you know, if you're out there, say hi tonight. I'd love to hear from you. Where is my dashboard? It just went away. Here we go. Self-promotion time, because isn't that what this entire carnival ride is about? I'm on the Instagram. I'm also on the Facebook. I'm also on the Discord. Linsku, my #1 fan, and from the other side of the earth, in Finland, he is here, and he is telling me to go on with the show. It's always good to have a viewer, a fan, cheering you on. So, that's part of my ethos. This is Into the Wild with Incomitatum. Episode 36. We're saying, I think we've lost count somewhere along the way. Make something of yourself. Make something of yourself. I made this song one time. It's not the best song, but I love this next part. And where can you find me on Twitch? Well, if you're finding me on Twitch, then you can find me on Twitch. But Linsku does point it out. I should say where I am on Twitch. As a result of, sometimes it does get syndicated out to the YouTubes. So if you're watching this in the future, recursion, you can find me in Incomitatum at twitchtv.com/Incomitatum. Make something of yourself. That'll make you sick is what that'll do. So stop looking at it. All right. Let us rub our hands together in somber prayer. Let us rub our hands together in somber prayer that we get the technology cooperating with us tonight. Because I want to draw. Last night I had to do some homework. As it stands, I have... there are lyrics to the song, but they're depressing. It's a song about entropy, folks. Yeah, most of the time, these are brought to you by Kevin MacLeod. But not these few songs. They're all by me. Oh, yeah, you can find me. It's almost like there's a pattern to all this. But you can find me Incomitatum over at soundcloud.com/Incomitatum. Let me throw this away. I like this song now. Yeah, so Wobbly inspired me in many ways just by saying that he decided in his heart to put together a game show. And I'm like, if he can do that, I can have a show where I try and get better at art in front of everybody and let it be messy. And sometimes I will even inspire dudes halfway across the planet named Linsku to draw and get better with me. So, I mean, he tells me that it did some good stuff to him. That it inspired him to start to look at proportions too. I made this song also. It is an ode to Quantum Leap. So you gotta start thinking every day, because you are a spectacle. Make something of yourself. You're a spectacle. You are a production. You are a marionette. You just have some will behind all of that and how you get your bones to jump around and do things. And so I'm trying to teach the little dudes down at the park all about intent and imagio, imagination. You know, a wizard has a few tools. He's got breath. He has water. You know, air and water. No, we're not doing that song. It embarrasses me. I should delete it. We'll do this song, though. But, you know, the other thing he's got is intent. Well, what did you intend by it? Most of the time, I don't intend anything at all until I finally do, because it's very important. I intended to make this song, and so it was. Here we go. I just needed to make sure that my pen was going to pay attention to itself. So, if you're on the Discord, and I think that's the one thing that I should really promote, is I have a hidden secret Discord, and if you know how to get there, then you do. I would look on my social media accounts under the name Incomitatum. But if you get there, then, you know, we can talk tonight. And if you're in my Twitch presently, let's say hi to one another. I love this song. This should pretty much be my theme song. There's a dog on a hill, and his name it is Fred. And he walks to the bus stop and sees he's not dead. There's a man who lives at the end of the lane, and he likes to give bread to the ducks he finds there. He feeds all the chickens. He doesn't have any hair. I like this brush. I think it's my watercolor brush, and I don't normally use it like this, but I just felt the impulse, the spirit, the demon, if you would, to start drawing. Yeah, I suppose if I was going to turn this crank better, I would promote myself better on Instagram. Like I would make a post on every Instagram. So, this is a bit of madness. Sometimes they call me the crying prophet. This is me. But he cries with a smile on his face. And I guess he is a frog. Yeah, I like to picture him this way. I've drawn him a couple times in my real sketchbook, which you guys never get to see, because I think the stuff in there is crappy. I have a new friend, and a new friend speaking up. This friend is called Kaiba. Hello to you, Kaiba. That is a wonderful name, Kaiba Watson. I like that name. That's a fun name. And I like that I just drew the crying prophet, because I don't think I've ever talked about this character on the stream. Didn't we listen to this song already? We did, but you might not have, because you might not have been here. So let's listen to it one more time, and then I'll change to something a little more ethereal that I like. Oh, poop. It's kind of like knocking out a wall and showing you the set dressing. Don't look back there, kids. That's a different layer. We shouldn't be going there presently. Dodo. Uh-oh, the dodos are back. Don't go outside when the dodos are here, kids. They're big. They have giant eyeballs. And they got a hunchback. I like things that walk on their hands. But then they got this stupid kangaroo-like legs. Poor things. Yeah, so then they probably just the two pieces probably, they're probably not fast. They're like those little wind-up toys. They just stretch out here as much as they can. But if you get near them, I bet the really rowdy boys would make a sport of trying to run at the dodos at night. And blue-haired ninjas slide dash between their legs. Like, dodo. This is a song I made too, so I like to sing it. This is Roca. And now, for some reason, I want Roca apples. Yeah. So I got to go to the park today. I got to talk to some little dudes. Even Telephone Girl, she got to feel the vibrations of the universe. And she said on her social media, very matter-of-factly, she said, today is a good day. That's important. So now I have 3 friends from across the world in my stream. Kaiba, Watson, Roca, and Linsku. Now, Roca. Roca likes apples. And I let Linsku into my fan fiction, and I let him split the universe into the order of animals. And we had birds, and we had frogs, and what did we have? We had raccoons. I love that part. And we had kitties. Night of the Dodos. Actually, that song's called Low Roads. And I made it. I like this one. I don't know if it's one of the raucous ones. So, what are we here to do tonight? Well, part of it is, yes, Linsku, you did. And in fact, today, I can tell you this. I walked through my blanket today because I have a blanket that I take. Ah, golly, we're moving stuff around on the picture page. This episode is brought to you by the creator of heaven and earth. Because he also brought you water. And so I'm going to let water endorse this. Water is the element of the time. We know. Was similarly. Oh, so yes, I let Linsku. Linsku came onto my Discord channel and he asked, hey, can we have animals? And I'm like, well, wait a minute, that's a weird question. And then I got to thinking, what does he mean? And he said, well, I want a channel for animals where I can post pictures of animals, and especially my own animals. And Roka is always talking about the forest and apples. These are young kids, and so I'm happy to have their energy inspire me. And so yes, I said, Linsku, let us do that. And because I've played games like Microscope, The Quiet Year, and because I always have a long-running fan fiction of my own dumb art in my head, I said, yes, we have not done that. You know, if you want to make an apple pie from scratch, Roka, you must first invent the entire universe. Yes. Kaiba, I hope you are still with us. I love that name. You should tell me more about yourself. I want to get to know everything about my new friend. Do you have a crown next to your head? I don't know what that means. I'm new here. 36 episodes at 2 to 4 hours at a time. It's not a lot. The machine tells me that I've been streaming for less than 20 minutes. What are our goals here? This is Into the Wild with Incomitatum, and I'm happy that I got 3 viewers. Right about the time I say that is when my viewers disappear. I think the viewers don't like being talked to directly, so sorry about that. Not these guys, though. These guys are cool. These guys are kind of like my biggest fans presently, and that's awesome. It is thanks to Linsku that I was able to do the shipping calculations I needed to make sure that I can send my art through space and time and pray that the future takes it to Finland. Apparently, my government's postal service will take it anywhere for $1.25. We'll see what's true. We'll see. I don't take most men at their word, especially when it's in tiny print. So this is Into the Wild with Incomitatum, episode 36. We're calling it Make Something of Yourself. I want to do some mind mapping. I want to show you my store. I want to figure out who I am and what that means to you and what it means to me. And tell you all about myself like we've just met for the first time, because for some of you it might be. And this is important as, you know, if you're going to put on a shenanigans and a production, you owe it to your audience to broadcast the most you. And that's hard to think about at times. What's the most you? This next song is called Corrosive Bliss, and I made it. So these songs are kind of the most to me because I don't put a lot of ego into them. Some I just made in a night by composing some things together. I let the water of the hot shower talk to me at times. But, you know, everything is a palette. It's a color palette. It's a vibe. This is being like a werewolf with long, lanky arms that scratch the ground. And you're going through the night just trying to get that fix. Is it Mountain Dew? Is it a cookie from Subway with the macadamia nuts? It's something. You need it. And you need to... Okay, Kaiba says, the Crown says, Kaiba has donated bits. I don't know what bits are, but I understand that in the world of Twitch, they're important. Presently, we haven't even invented color. But I said, yeah, I'm trying to play a game with my fans. Let's take the corrosive bliss down just a little bit. Golly. And in that way, one of the things I love is there's just no polite term for it when you feel so passionate like I do, but I love map porn. Straight up. Raise my hand in the middle of class. Let's say it. You know, Roka, I told you about Incomitatum in school, and you were like, meh, but now he's a fan, so you're welcome. Roka, thank you for being a fan. I don't really know what all that means. Someday, hopefully, we get to talk, because I'm realizing the psychology of the human mind is no one else is ever going to have in their head the you that you've got in your own head of what you think you are and who you think you are. That's heavy stuff. One of my senseis is saying that I shouldn't talk too openly about the magic and how we're wired. But I say I rebuke that. I wish that I was handed some of these secrets earlier on in my life. Yeah. Truth is a point of view. Obi-Wan Kenobi said that. I can say that for a fact. And he was a wizard of a kind. And it bombs people out, because then they were like, oh, objective truth is real. And I'm like, there are these societal truths that we've built, and I think that in the manner of goodness and decency we can all agree to. But in the wild, there's no truth, except that the big dog is normally on top of the little dog, unfortunately. And the big fish eats the little fish. Yeah. But if you look at the world from my damned eyes, then I will tell you some things about stories that I've learned, because it's all I have. Somewhere along the way, people came into my life and they damned me with the title of storyteller. What does that mean? I'm just learning all about it myself. That's a wonderful greasy pen. Look at that. Gross. Gross, gross. But I like a map. So here's a map I made for no real reason except on this night I was trying to think that every one of these would be a square mile. So I looked at a couple places on Earth that I liked, and I tried to get the scale the same, and I photo bashed them together, and then I kind of roughly traced the shape, and then I just felt the mountains because I knew all about it. God had to do that at some point when he said, well, I'm going to barf these kids out of Eden right here. I think there's a temporal disturbance in the book. I think that's where he fudges just a little bit. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, this is a good song. Sometimes you hear the drone and it's not good because you know things are going to crawl up from the woods. We are into the night after all. This is one of the few songs I've made with my wife, Telephone Girl. She's the one who you can hear wailing on this. And I say that this is how I want to damn her. I'm using this word a lot because it's a willful curse. And I mean it in it takes up your time. And so I want to take up her time with that. She has to make music. She doesn't have a choice. Damnation. Yeah. You have to. I want to say to my wife soon, let's finally do it. Let's make some weird music. I made this in bed with a laptop. She did not like the composition. That is to say, she found the whole process to be a little jarring, but she'd never really seen me mix before either. Like, have some will and be like, all right, I hear this part. And all of this weird jive turkey talk I'm talking about now is to say that I want to quantify it, because I have a little guidebook. Roka says that he loves forests because he spends so much time there through the ages 6 through 12. I like that. Kaiba, if you are still out there, then I want to say to you, you may have the honor of picking from the firmament a number between 0 and 16. I love this song. Having your own Twitch channel is very much like riding a Zamboni. Like a Zamboni with a pipe organ strapped to it. Like there's a lot of buttons involved. We're really just listening to the music, because I asked Kaiba a question. Roka, you're up after Kaiba if I get no answer. A number between 0 and 16. Oh, Doggo is just sitting next to me. Alright, so we are in the air. This is episode 27. We're talking about making something of ourselves. Don't get poisoned. Yeah, poison effects are awful. This is a sunset food run. And a sunset food run is one of those things where you're like, all right, Roka. Tell me then, lad, if you would. A number between 0 and 16. It was the night that the world burned. Don't you remember? You go out for your sunset food run. dissonance. Those sounds are actually me just wailing into the microphone and distorting it. Wonderful. Oh yeah, we can tell because it sounds like some shit. Yeah, well, sorry, pal. Sometimes you have to just go on a sunset food run. I mean, you get it, right? 6, 6, 6. The number was known as 6. Oh, look, a kitty. Yeah, your teachers don't really want you to know that you are a worm. You are an undulation of ambulatory chemicals. You are reactions happening in real time. And so this picture just came up together because I happen to be on Twitch tonight and because you all gave me input. There's another reality where none of this happened. You know, entropy. Entropy is both a son of a bitch and should be thanked, because sometimes, and this is where a lot of my friends tend to try and practice their art, sometimes, just by luck, a thing will come together. But what I really liked about Rachel Stevens, and I've talked about her before on YouTube, is she mentions that your muse will never show up to the bus stop before you do. And it's a weird way to think about life, but I love it. Let's push these shapes back. Oh yeah, the scene tonight does definitely have the aspect flies. Where is this sunset? Well, at some point we've got to put it over here somewhere, right? Oh, I don't know what song this is. I don't think it gets raucous. I have a couple in here that are embarrassments. Oh no, this is called Shower Thoughts. What do you guys think? I drew a thing. I just kind of put my head down. I'm sorry I ignored you, but, you know, it goes well with this song. This song does get weird. But I actually played guitar on it. Alright. If this is a real city, then I got to say that there are beasts of the air. Even just a couple. Civilian aircraft. Dress up the top of this building. I really like these green soda lights as an environment artist, and let's put a big nasty billboard right here. You know. That's the other thing we might want to do do is crank this up. Tonight I'm just trying to use the color picker more. These buildings here. Tonight's music is mostly made by me and not Kevin MacLeod, but it's great. Well, Linsku, what do you think about tonight's thing? The picture that turned out the way that it did? Talamasca. 6. Something from the future. Is Majora still present? I saw him last say Puppyhead in this dream. Hello to Majora. Majora, you had a faction amongst us, didn't you? Or maybe I left you out. I knew that there were squirrels and all sorts of things in our world. A letter A through S. One might call it a latitude or a longitude. One of those. All right. Linsku says that this here looks like something from the future. Let's mess with this guy just a little bit more. Here's a character that I've been playing in an MMO, and I've been trying to give myself permission to be into OCs, whatever that means, original characters. Rim lights are cool. I'm using them irresponsibly. I'm not actually thinking about how they should be used. I really loved, if you want to get to know me, my favorite band in the entire world, 9 Inch Nails. Oh, Linsku, I'm not telling you to skip school. Skip class sometimes for the right reasons. Like, when I was in 8th grade, I remember that I accidentally hung out in the library too long and nobody cared, and so I technically skipped a class. But I was also learning some stuff. I was probably reading about how spaceships work around that time. And you can listen to the entire album of Ghosts for free on YouTube. And I don't know, Linsku, do you try and do perfect attendance? Some kids are really into that. I'm not going to talk them out of the idea of having something to strive for. So this dude's head is automatically shinier than it was, but kind of like in this gradient, then we should tamp it down some, blend that in some, come back around some, put in some divots. Alright, this might just be the time of night where I finally switch to some other dude's music. Let me see if there's anything else I want to play. All this other stuff gets really weird. Subversive puppets, everything. Oh, this is the first thing I ever did with my microphone. And I like it because, well, I like Reggie Watts. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you drop your sandwich. It's a mistake. Wish you had a retake. Do over. You know. Like some motherfuckers out there wish I had for this song, because I think it's shit. And it just might be. But it's also me. Let's throw a little block party up here. It started off as a water tower, but now I think it's a bit of a bridge. I don't know. I'm really blessed that my buddy Linsku has the word musical in his name. Nefarious. Nefarious. That's a great word. Nefarious. The nefarious P.I.G. Siako the hog. You know it. What better way to end a song than by slamming a door? All of that song was made by me and my microphone and my coffee cup and shit I had lying around. In another life, I would have been a Foley artist. I love sound. I was thinking that tonight because my sister was yelling out our back door for the dog. But I had the side window open in my room, where it's the kind of weather where you can just leave all the windows in the house open, shut down the warp core, land, and just take in the night air. And so that's what we've been doing. Save some money. Don't run the HVAC system. It's kind of like the warp core of your house. That and the hot water heater are very important. I know, because I've had to help replace one of those machines. So, all of this is to say, I could hear her yelling out the back door, but I was fascinated. My brain worked on the angles and pictured like a Google Maps of how her voice was reflecting off the neighbors' houses and back. And kind of this fun, just, yeah, it's an echo, but, there's math behind it. You can hear it propagate. Red shifting, blue shifting sound, all of that. It's stuff I get a little nerdy for. Alright, so I better take the time to cue up some other man's music. This is one more of mine. I hope this isn't the one where I try and sing. But we need to take an official, unofficial break. We're hitting 45 minutes. What are we doing tonight? Well, we're warming up, and this is the end of the night with Incomitatum. And I'm going to be making something of myself tonight. It might be a fool. I might just be making a fool of myself. But I'm here, and I'm doing it. So, Majora was to pick a letter designation between A and S, Alpha or Sierra, or anyone in between. Yes, I can hum along. At least I didn't sing. I didn't buy myself enough time. All right. Play this one again. Media. I don't know if I could show my Germs music video that I made back in over a great many years ago. It's one of the few videos that I have up on YouTube that I have it there for storage purposes, but they won't let me show anyone because but I loved it. It's an Invader Zim video, fan music video that I spliced together with the Weird Al song Germs, which is a parody of the Nine Inch Nails style, but I happen to love Nine Inch Nails. But I wasn't butthurt because it's Weird Al and he did a great job encapsulating the style. So, amazing. Bravo. Bravo, good sir. Bravo to you. Bravo. So, yeah. Alright. Here I'm looking for some futuristic synth music. Oh, we gotta open the music player first. VLC. This whole clown show is barely held together, folks, and brought to you in part of alchemy. It's what lets you know how to make cold brew, something strong enough to animate your bones to life. Or my bones, anyway. And hydration. The designer who made your planet included lots of water. Human dignity dictates that you should have free access to as much as your body needs to continue the combustion called life. I can deny no man water. Pizza, water, religion, and love. Pizza, water, and love are kind of like my religion. And a pizza is specifically some components. I like this last part. Orgo doom ding. I wrote this song while I was doing an artistic residency, and then it morphed and changed, and I heard it come back into my heart again. I'd forgotten all about it. In school, I don't feel safe because there's barely any trees or forests to go to and just be. Majora has chosen the letter G. Let us read about the letter G. Right. There has been a song written. There's been a song written for a great many things. Wikipedia says the letter G. It can be used in music. This is good. Lots of different ways to write the letter G. What's the Futhark? G. Is there one? The G or N? It's a cross. Good. Oh yes, this is the Dodos. Yes. Gaybo. Oh yes, Gaybo. Or sometimes pronounced Gay Boy, and I kid you not. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Talk up juicy. I don't know what that means, I don't know, but it sounds great. Sometimes Gaifu. Kind of a medieval spear. Oh, it means gift. Roka, you've been playing this game for some time and I appreciate it. Thank you for being with me tonight. I'm managing hydration. I'm killing some processes that are keeping me from painting. We're taking an officially unofficial break. Let's just stop that right there. Let's just stop it. And tonight's number was 6 because Roka said so. Here we go. This song is called Energy. I've got Roka, Linsku, and Majora. Thank you for being here tonight, guys. I appreciate you spinning the sand of your hourglass with me. Say a prayer for me that my heart does not burst. Linsku. North, south, east or west. Or Linsku. It was you who said there should be a pantheon of animals, but let us know something is true. A creator, even if he says otherwise, does have his favorites. So, out of these, which do you favor? Birds, the cats, the raccoons, the frogs? Which do you pick? Which do you like? Which one just calls to your bones as the right answer? You didn't pick any of those. I know who picked each one. In fact, it was a skeletal man with a visage of death that split the hierarchy of animals and said that one of them should have thumbs. Yes. Raccoons. Specifically. Well, I guess other people would split the order between, well, I mean, there's vertebrates and invertebrates, but you've got, herbivores. Yeah, is the larger split a gastrointestinal one? It's like, oh, well, let's classify animals as having either the stomachs to process herbs, or they're gonna eat some meat. When my mom and dad used to be together, there was a VHD player that never worked, and the only thing I did was look at a big book and had phone numbers. And that was the thing he did, was he just read phone numbers. That's cool. So, do you have a love affair with these phone numbers? This is to say, do you find some numbers more pleasant than others? They tell us that we should be fond of the number 42. Where are the mineral eaters? Linsku. Which do you like? Thanks to a few people, you've been drawing a lot. Well, do you feel more inclined to favor drawing raccoons, cats, frogs, or crows, specifically? Deflagrate more tempeat ontra volia. Raccoons or cats. Alright, well that's a good division. You've at least centered from the east to the west. Gunnarsvard said cats. Majora, you said frogs, didn't you? Majora. Yeah. Let's turn down the music some. So last night I did a study of proportions, and I think I posted a GIF of it. Let's see if we can at least get the GIF to work in Photoshop. Let's see. Here we go. I think I gotta have the timeline open. But this is just me studying proportions, because recently I did a 3 heads tall study. And last night I wanted to say, well, what if we stretch that out to 4 heads? And here I mess it up. But I think this came out well. Roka says his real dad is now 75 years old. How old are you, Roka? 13-ish? Lensku left me hanging, and so it hurts. And so Roka takes up the slack. And so Roka will choose between raccoons and cats. So this is also a simplification in 11 frames of a video I did last night, because I wanted to communicate an idea, but the video might be dumb. And it's over an hour long of me just sitting figuring some stuff out. So I think that the GIF was the better distillation of these ideas. So yeah, let's just talk about that real quick. 4 heads. One head is a head, but I said really quickly, the head is not the round part. The head has to be the whole head. But if we break it down into these regions, then if you think about it as 4 balls, because in animation, or even in sculpting, you could think of it like blah, 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 blah. But then what do we know? How do you take this round area and divine a head out of it? I didn't do too bad. I felt around. I split it into regions. I learned, this is the one that I want to talk about the most, around here. Yeah. So I put this awful, like, wooden doll on top. Like, I just carved this shape out, kind of felt around, messed here, imagine ribs and hips and spines, and tried to put a nicer face on her. But it was when I took basically this and took an extra head and put it between here and here. Let me draw this. It's like taking a ball, okay? But if you take the ball and you put it here instead-ish, you suddenly get, let's draw in a different color, Billy. You suddenly get this shape here, and you suddenly get this shape here. Meh, I messed that up. It's like a platter. You should think of it dimensionally. Let's paint some darker shapes in here. Dink, dink. That should be good. This gets darker the farther back it goes. And this comes down, right? Yeah, I believe so. And in fact, this might... Yeah, so this should look a little bit like this. And then ultimately, and I'm going to make this even more dark, even though the way we shade things it shouldn't be, you'd have a spine in here. So, luckily I can mess up this GIF because I've saved it. But, see, even here, I've got the idea, but I miss it. I come down here and I drew the hips down here. And today I've studied more. I looked at even how the dog was made a little bit and appreciated an anatomy. So, but the other thing I liked here was these overlaps. It's like, oh yeah, you have this structural thing here. You have a structural piece here. And then if you zoom in, I don't know if you need to zoom in. I highlight them a little bit better here. These are kind of like anchor points where some artists will talk to you about the bean, or it's like a little pillow. Yum, yum. Let's draw a little pillow. Intermission. My door is being knocked on. All right. Sister unit is going to give me some more water because she's very nice. We were talking about a pillow. Why would we talk about a pillow or a bean? And part of it is so we can imagine twists and turns in soft bodies. And the other thing that you might realize in animation sometimes, you can have a straight line, and oftentimes you'll have a curved line opposing it. And now you've just started to make some muscles. Very stylized muscles. So this is kind of some of the stuff that I talked about in the video, and probably poorly. But yeah, this bean shape, I'm seeing it here. So, you know, it's, again, in having this platter, she has the ability to twist. And so the other thing that they say about humans quite a bit is you have hips and you've got shoulders, and they should normally be offset from each other. You know, that automatically now is more, let's get rid of the weenus, more dynamic, because, you know, she's kind of standing with her hips offset here, and because we came from this very rigid doll, I wanted her to kind of have her arms down at her side, almost like at attention, like stand as straight as you can and fit this forehead mold. So, just to let you know, the headphones that Linsku borrowed is really good. Linsku is now at the school. Crow symbolism. So, whoever says it first, it's up to them. I'm tired of going round and round. Someone's got to choose. Linsku, Roka. Raccoons are cats. So hopefully all of this crap makes me a better artist as I study these proportions. I like how her face turned out. Somewhere between Mulan and Pocahontas. I wasn't even trying it. Some of the stuff I want to talk about is that I talked about on the stream was about drawing dumb lines like this. See, that looks like a smiley face already. It sounds dumb, but an illustrator was saying that's how you can imagine a head. You know, if you can't figure out an expression. They're saying that the nose is a triangle. And it's a triangle here. Here's like a front-on version of it. Dink. This is the structure of a nose, front-on, with this being the bottom bit. And that you have variables in that, you know, do you make it like that? Do you make it like that? Do you make it like that? All of these things. Thank you for the water.
You're welcome. Come on, Duck.
Go, 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 Kratos.
Come on. Oh, no. Not right now. Good night.
Rest well. And then, yeah, I'm just learning that there are all these different creative decisions in how you pick the shape of lips, how you imply different things about their expression. But this, having a head here is good. Let me show you this. See, oh, I want to get this smile. Maybe they're smiling real big. So what does this do? Well, this suddenly pushes everything up. And as I was trying to tell Bree today, the thing I learned is that you can draw like a mask like Robin wears in the Batman comics. And this will help you to define certain things. Like here, we know the mouth, you know, comes along here. And then we can decide, well, we have these muscles that come down. Well, these muscles here are automatically, if that's what's being decided, coming up like this. Everything connects together. And then you have cheeks. This is how on Discord last night you guys got to see that weird picture of what? He kind of looks like a sloth. Let's look at that. Oh yeah, and then my sister just brought me some water, but she also wanted me to talk about or show off her Sims character that she made. And I mentioned that because I like it. I'm nerdy about it. I like it as a pretty dress-up dolly game. A new Magic expansion just came out. Harry Potter stuff. But last night, after I was done with this, I drew this thing. Look at this abomination. He almost looks like a bad carving of how you say, a sloth. But luckily this became the undersketch for this. Because all I was doing was building up the facial muscles, and I wanted him to purposefully have a relaxed face. Not just because I was getting to cheat. And he's not too relaxed. You know, he kind of has his eyes squinted. He's just real chill. I want him to come across as just kind of a real chill guy. This is a happy person. Real happy. And if they have their mouth open, it can only open so much, right? The mouth has to be pinned to here, and then there's a chin strap here. They're just these floppy, baggy loops that you get to draw. Little. Welcome to Cafe Baggy Loops, where you get to draw baggy loops. Would you like the house special? It's a baggy loop. Baggy loop. Big loop. I've been watching some more Steven Universe. I like this thing in your sketchbook where you shade in the top lip. And all of this is, pulled tight. You can even say there's just enough of a twist to the head. And I might try this again, drawing my sister's Sim character, because it's up on the other screen in a second. We can make this a little more feminine. How would we do that? If we get away from the oversketch some, we'd bring the chin in. Thank goodness there's an eraser. I tell you what, there's a too blocky. And sometimes it can be hard to not look at the oversketch or the undersketch. Hair makes a thing look a little more feminine. Alright, Roka is off to English class. Might not even be back later, who knows? Who can say what the future is, man? If Linsku, you got a kind of Roka, you no, the other one, Majora. You got a kind of hairstyle that you prefer? Drop it in the Discord. Find me some hair to draw. And lo, the garden lay fallow for a time. For Roka left, and Linsku never did take sides between cats and raccoons. Let's talk about Discord. I'm on it. I got a whole temple of filth dedicated to me where I've collected my wonderful friends over here. Look at monitor 1, the producer says. Alright. Yeah, you can see this stuff. And anything else I want to say is that this is a place to foster creativity. I bring friends here who want to learn from me and I from them, and we share a vibe. This is my tribe. Linsku, he took my thing about the apple tree, and he's like, what if that were an adventure game? I'm like, hell yeah. My sister, here's her Sims character. Can I walk through these? No. Silver-haired dame. Loving those leggings. Loving the boots. She got a lot of these. I'm just going to see what grabs my eye as I scroll by. Man. This is kind of neat. I like this. I like that a lot. I like how this is tied here. In fact, maybe here's a hairstyle. We'll have a dice day or night. Well, Roka, I want to say to you, be well, buddy. Thanks for sharing some of your life with me. Oh, yeah. And a baby corgi just to make me smile. So, my sister is a moon dancer. She has this here. House she made in The Sims with baby corgi. We have our own floofers around here somewhere. He's cute. Nice. Majora's got a creepy character he shared. What is this, buddy? Wings? Linsku, you have to pick a side between two omnivores. Cats or raccoons, man. Here. I don't think there's anything inappropriate here. I was looking at male body proportions. Yeah. Crazy song. Disco Medusa as I look up male body proportions. Take it in, man. Because my aim for my own personal style is to try and figure out how I can consistently draw four-headed, tall characters. I want it to be a little stylized. Heck yeah. I love that, Majora, you have educated yourself as to what tropes are so that you can purposefully choose when to use them. He says that that thing I showed you is a chaos elemental with a silly name with lots of apostrophes to sound like, well, I'm going to interject, but you know, that thing where it's like, if we were going to speak the tentacle-faced one's name properly, and I have before when I was much more stimulated too, you almost have to puke. Oh, here you're catching me browsing the web and shutting down some stuff, yeah. I like to go to Kotaku and all. You know, I got a degree in video game art and design that I'm never really going to use, but I've learned a lot of things in that time. Got myself into an obscene amount of debt. But, you know, this whole roller coaster is about life experience, man. This is my Pinterest. So I'm going to collect some ideas and make something tonight. I love this cape. Coat. She's cool. So this is just me playing a game with myself. Come in here, find some things I like, mash them together, see if we can be inspired. I've been saying Kim Possible more. I think that Pinterest is listening. Thanks, Bill. Oh, dude, that's totally Bill. Hi, Bill. Bye, Bill. I love the fat faces. They're so cute. By Javier Castro. And here's some piggies. Oh, and she's smoky cool. Yeah, Telephone Girl would dig her for sure. So we're having a party at the end of the world. If you still want a couple of pictures, I went and looked up some examples. Dun, 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 dun. We need to sit up. Self-care is important, friends, and so sometimes you just have to remember, especially when you're going to art for a long time, to sit up straight. Let's go. Don't leave me hanging, man. Tell me. Raccoons or cats? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Deflagrate. Alright, close down Proportion Girl. We talked about that some. The map's gonna stay open. Why was I thumbnailing? What was all this? Something else. And obviously the answer is either a raccoon or a cat that looks suspiciously like one or the other. I like this. Landscape cards. What were we doing in this file recently? Crunch, 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 crunch. My sister was kind enough to bring me water because this room gets quite sweltering. I have the... When you live underground in the bunker, ventilation is important. Open the file, Tammy. I gotta be right back, folks. hydration is very important. That's why I make such a big deal out of it. And the number for now is 6. Alright, we're coming back from the break. The file finally opened. Here's the dude I drew last night. I don't hate this. But I am going to choose a different quadrant. I got the caffeine jitters. That's the way to be, I guess. Grabbing this mask, and maybe I'll finally get to draw now. Finally. No, Majora, the longer I thought about it as I had to go to a break, the obvious answer is screw both of them. Majora's the only one paying attention tonight, so as it stands, frogs is the right answer for all I care. Let's draw a thumb gal, and we're going to use this desaturated color I had last night that I really liked. Oh, don't be a poopy head. Oh no, it's being a poopy head. Let's see if it behaves now. Yep, alright. I was just stuck on a mask. Opening up the color wheel. Roger that. We are opening up the color wheel. We're gonna get this enchanting blue. Yeah, I like that. Oh, come on, computer, don't fail me now. Why are you having a fit? Why are you being a butt? Because these files are a little big. VLC media player's open. The room is hot. I got a lot of dumb crap open on my browser. Close that. Close that. That's got to stay open. Alright, do as I say. Yeah, this is fine. Let's make it just a little bit brighter. That should be good. We're just painting in an area that's not where our mask is, so we need to come back over here. Alright, so we're going to let ourselves be inspired by some stuff. Let's look at our inspirations. Opened up these tabs as we were going along. If it will cooperate. Boom, 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 boom. Not responding. It's fine. You just gotta be patient. Stream strength. We've got green lights. Move away from here. Oh. Might gotta close Discord. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Yeah. So this girl is... I like this. What do I like about it? Why would I open this up? I like her blue hair. I like her strong eyebrows. What's next? Now let's compare these two ideas. I like this chick's kind of outfit, uniform. What I really like about this is the way that they have offset these highlights and made them like really almost like that bright sunset color that I was just manipulating. I like her hair. I love her proportions. Might even jump over that tumbler to become a little more inspired. So blue hair. Female body drawing tutorial. This is neat. heads and necks. Yeah. Real good stuff. Basically, in short, it all breaks down to figure it out, though. So, I love this. I love everything about this. This is that more kind of 70s anime. I like the sparklies and the big hair. Telephone Girl would dig this, too. Let's just copy that. Well, you can copy the URL. I'm going to send that off to Telephone Girl, so when she looks at her messages in the morning, that she sees it. I can close my SoundCloud. Looking at this one. Crunching along. I like these symbols. I like the Asian iconography as the word I'm going for. So Asian, blue-haired Asian girl, that's easy to do. Strong eyebrows Asian girl. Sparkly all around Asian girl. You know, these are the things that I'm trying to remember because I'm not looking at those. All the tabs are up here. But these are, you know, as I take these adjectives and feelings forward, where am I landing? Just do what I say, technology. Please. Oh, well, it's trying to send out the message to Telephone Girl also. One viewer. Joshua said hi. Hi, Joshua. Glad to see you, buddy. And Majora said that he needs to hydrate also. Yes, we'll wait for Pinterest to become responsive. Or maybe we won't. Just kill that one. Alright, I like this girl. Is this... I think this is probably an original character. And what do I like about her? Her sportiness? I like her jeans, to be honest. So sporty, Asian, blue-haired, ripped jeans. And for the hairstyle, I think I'll look to my sister's Sims character. These are cute. I really like these. I guess this is stuff used in Behance. This is a little too cartoony. But you know, another artist that I was following is like, yeah, you know, cartoons have a place. Drawing a simple face will get you... this is too steamy. I love it. So, dark and chaotic. Yeah. Hydration, because I said so to Majora. And we need a setting. I have 2 viewers tonight. I don't know who you are. I have pending messages from Joshua and Majora. Say hi. And whoever you are out there, I've defined a character I'm going to try and noodle on. Give me a setting. That'd be great. As I reach out into the ether. You're watching Into the Wild with Incomitatum, episode 36. Make something of yourself. And tonight I'm going to be drawing a character. Probably poorly. I might not be drawing nothing if the technology won't be nice. I think we can close down the adventure map. It does need to be saved. These thumbnails were cute. I just need my machine to run just a little bit better. Come on. Everybody say magic prayer into the machine language. Do your best. Do your best. Go you. I didn't say save as. I said save it. I just said get it saved. We could save it as the same thing it used to be. Oh, it's a PNG. Fine. We'll save it as a PSD. 2 viewers out there. Hello to you. I'm drawing tonight. We're creating our own worlds. We're drawing characters. It's all somehow connected. If I was a good boy, I would throw together the graphic that I should to promote my online store that I've just opened where I've started selling prints, but I haven't done that. But in a weird deja vu moment, I am going to say this. If you want to, you can be my super friend. That gets you 10% off over at my store. I'm stalling for time, folks, to be honest. My machine is not liking being alive presently. Gumroad. Gumroad.com /Geeks Worldwide. And I've got art over there. And you can type in the code SUPERFRIEND. Yeah, this video is sponsored by me. So go buy some of my crap. Alright, I think that got saved. And I think this is mostly saved. And this is a fun tree. So we'll save that too. And it should make the stream kind of crap the bed, because now we have to upload those changes. Thanks, Google. But that's what happens when you've got your everything backed up. Hydrogen acquisition. Hydrogen acquisition. We are presently waiting for another number between 0 and 16. And I'm very particular about how I phrase that. Let's keep our ideas up here. Blue, hair, Asian / elf, hot highlights. It's more like when we're almost done, so that shouldn't affect the sketching too much. Except that we need to think about where we want to put those highlights. Pants. Cut off jeans. Those are cool because we saw those in a picture. Sporty. Adventure-y. Yeah. Hydration fairy. Four heads tall. One head tall. A gesture. So if this is a head, and we want a dynamic pose, then we want the whole thing to flow out like this. That wasn't painful. And then this is roughly another head then, right? And so this is roughly another head. And so this is roughly another head. All right. Not too bad. That didn't hurt. We're not dying. I think I feel okay. I mean, I don't mean to make fun of people with blood pressure issues or other problems. I've been having some issues myself, but I might not be all right tonight. I'm getting too warm, and I gotta go check on what's real. But it smells like someone's baking cookies, like burning brownies or something. And no one in my house is up and cooking. It might just be getting sucked in through the ventilation system. Maybe one of my neighbors is doing some late night baking. You know what? I wish that for them. If you know what I mean, wink, nudge. No, that's not really what I'm implying, but we can go there too if you need to. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to stick around quite as late as the last few times, so I'll leave you to it. Live your best life. Majora, thanks for saying that, man. We'll definitely have to get a little flute playing mask kid in here somewhere. A little karaoke kid. I like that. Alright, so this is all a sketch. Let's put an actual head on there. Well, we were just looking at the tutorial, and you know, it's really easy to get. Well, first of all, let's come back in here. put one more head in here, right about here. Remember, I was talking about that other head. And we can also talk about if she's flying, bending the beam, right? Because it's not just this way. It could be this way. Let's pause and breathe a second as I decide some things. So the other thing that they say a lot of times is just like this. If one is offset and I want this to be her shoulder, shoulder, hips, hips. So she's twisted around here. She's taken off. So if this shoulder is forward, and this arm is going to be back up in the air. This leg will be forward. We've now hit no viewers, and that's okay. Trying to get better at dynamic poses. I need this leg to not be so far forward, but here I'm going to cheat because it's the magic of Photoshop. And this is why I'm making these decisions now. She's a thick girl. She might need some tempo. But the idea here is I want this foot to be here. I want this turned around here. I want her body to be turned contrary to the rest of her. And the fact that my pen is lagging behind is not actually a bad thing presently. We do need to. I like that maybe her head is down. No, actually, I'm a liar. Now that I think about it, I want her head to be up. How do I point the nose? Let's push all this back. What do we got? our list of crap we're doing, our undersketch. Let's turn this down 12%. Here is kind of our crappy gesture drawing, and I don't hate it. I'm going to try not to draw on it too much more. Let's take it down to 25%. And in all things, let's hit the save button. I gotta take just a minute. The warp core is starting to hit unpredictable temperatures, so we will return. This is Into the Wild with Incomitatum. All right, we're back. And before I pull back from the be right back screen, I gotta check the social medias. I don't think I ever posted this malarkey on MeWe properly. Facebook will always make your computer chug. Oh, we just skipped a beat there. The control board is saying that we're doing good. All systems a go. Just because they're going doesn't mean they're going well. They're just in on mode. All right. I broadcast my stream. Did I do it on MeWe? I don't think so. Nope. So here we go. Into the night. Public. And maybe I'll get a friend. Presently, we're flying well. Our altitude has been, we've been streaming for almost 2 hours, but we've been having some fun with friends. I've been trying to do this whole malarkey a little more consistently. And tonight we're drawing. Here's a dude I drew last night. I might take this farther in time. Tonight I'm drawing this chick. We already went into Pinterest, got a laundry list of ideas, and I started sketching a pose. Now, the other trick that I learned recently about the head is about how to pick out certain landmarks. And I might mess this up, and that's okay. I might. Give me just a second. Gotta check something on the other monitor. The other monitor. Nah, I'm an idiot. Why am I always an idiot? I'm sorry, friends. I don't mean to be an idiot. It's just I get fat-fingered, or maybe it's impatient. I don't know. Shows by friend, not share your art. See, I'm a dingus. I don't mean to be a dingus. It's just how I am at times. Dink. How are they reacting to it? I'm not supposed to post my Discord over here. I can there. Dogs of the state. Oh, maybe there's a place. Millennials are killing doorbells by texting instead. I love that. I don't know where to post it. It don't matter. What'd they say over here? What'd they say over here? What'd they say over there? Nothing said anybody over anywhere. I did make words. Alright, so if this is a chin, because this chick has her chin up, first of all, I want her face to be turned slightly away. Can I do that? Can I nail the landing on that? If that's true, then I want her nose pointed away some. Yoink. Top of the head. Face mask will help me understand. Cut the face mask in half. Here's a nose. And in the Robin-like mask. See, I don't like that. You're not going to get to see enough of her face. I think I did it well. I honestly think that I really do like you getting to see more of her face. So, kind of welder's mask thing you got to envision here, and it's okay. Yoink, one head, tall. So then in the middle of that is a nose, and a mouth. Yeah, I still have her chin up, so that's good. And that tells me about the rest of her head here, right? So let's flesh some of this out. Later, not the face. I mean this head, which might be awful, but you know, I want to get every part of this at least built up to the next part. So my knowing this width here-ish, as I talk this out loud, this is kind of some of the crap that I did last night, so I'm happy that you guys are watching this. By knowing this and finding the center line here, I should be able to figure out shoomp, and this is farther back, so this whole thing, she's almost ninja running, but not quite. And it does her hips kind of come around here, right? That's okay. And so then her boobage it's all getting twisted up this way. And so, you know, this whole bean is twisted this way. Am I full of crap? Not so much. See? Kind of like that. This doesn't quite seem like I want it to. There's a lot of marks going on in here, so I might have lost my way. Let's come in with a darker color. Darker color. Chin. Shoulder. Shoulder. And so I guess rib blade. And yeah, that might be your chest right there. So this doesn't really work. She's hyper twisted. People don't bend that way, man. She does, because she's a fairy, I guess. I guess, what other advantage do we have? Let's go back. Ding 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 ding. So yeah, it's an extreme bend, but maybe it's an anime pose kind of thing. I love this shoulder being thrown back, but I need this one thrown forward, don't I? At an arm, because I said so. Down to fingertips too. So a hand is like roughly here. Put your face in front of your face. Put your hand in front of your face. You know, that's helpful. Oh, I said down to fingertips, didn't I? So here-ish. What's her middle finger doing? We'll figure out the hand. Elegant dude. We'll figure out the hand here in a minute. I want to remember this arm. Funk. Find a middle point. I'm certainly not the best artist in the world, so some of the stuff I'm having to figure out. I really do like this leg, though. So, what's this about? Well, if this is her taint, forgive me, I want this center line. So it's almost like she's skiing, and I don't hate that. How did this get shortened? Boom. Boom. So that's better. Not all better, but better. It's a little exaggerated tonight, kids, but oh wells, oh wells. Yeah, I like all this. She needs a butt. Let's put a badonkadonk on her just a little bit. Let's ingratiate ourselves to her curves. This hip can be a little bit bigger. I don't know. I like the idea of this foot doing this kind of thing. I like the idea of this whole foot twisted the other way too. Like, you know, she was standing this way, but she's just turned. Maybe that needs to be less extreme, but somewhere in here. Fake crab meat? I didn't know that Majora was delightfully a moderator over there. Glad to have you as a super friend. Alright. I'm liking this pose. It's almost like I copied some ice skating stuff, and I promise you I didn't. I'm just trying to learn and fumble through what I know about anatomy. 4 heads tall, man. So then, I do need to bring this all in drastically. From the back of a butt. Maybe it's got to be 4.5. Maybe that extra half for the feet is important. I don't know, man. Yeah, this almost looks like a racing or figure skating pose. I don't hate that, by the way. And if these are swinging about almost the same axis, And here's the foot, so... It's an unconventional pose. I want to see how damned I am by trying to force myself through it. And then there's all this face to deal with. Someone's trying to chat at me or do something, and it's messing up everything. Let's pause for a minute. What is this bullshit? Feedback hub? I ain't giving you no feedback. I don't know what you're trying to do, Windows. You stop it. I rebuke it. Alright, we're gonna mess with the composition some. In that, I wanna pose this just a little different. She's gonna be up off her foot. Stop it. Oh, I probably meant to do an alt something and ended up hitting the Windows key. Let's bring her up just a little bit. Adjust the whole pose. If I wanted to, I could come in here and do some puppet warping, because that's fun, but I don't think I will. Alright, let's try it for just a minute. We'll see if the computer catches up. It might not. It's alright. So it's almost midnight 30. I'm going on a stream of just a little past 2 hours. It's almost too warm down in my lair tonight, but I tell you what, I do have lots of water. I just had to clean up my water bottle because it's tasting like a butt. It tasted like somebody had spilled sugar alcohol in my drink. Like like a straw, like a vanilla sugar-free syrup. So it had some kind of, it had some grossness. It was unpleasant. Can I move some of these things now? You gonna let me? See, this can be a good way to exaggerate poses even further. So, just a little bit. Puppet warp. See? I like that this arm is backwards. Just boom. Boom. Alt click is delete, right? Think. Good. Alt click. Alt click. There's something. Let's just look at the two. A, B. A, B. A, B. She's doing a dance. Let's knock this down. So I got some muscle problems, and why do I mention this? Well, I've observed that there's a strap of meat. It's all just meat, preacher. I've observed that there's a strap of meat that runs up over your hip bone. And it's how that we're even able to bend in this way. Kind of like that. See? Over this hip bone. So I'm trying to decide, how do I Sounds like some stuff that would be in RimWorld. Maybe it's not great for this knee that she's even doing this. That's a little bit better. I don't know what's going on with that foot, but we'll figure it out later. Again, those feet. So yeah, here's another thing. I've decided that, you know, this is her shoulder blade. She's throwing this. She hasn't gotten this moved as forward as she should. Now, the other trick that I learned recently, where's her middle finger? Well, I'm going to have to be gripping something. But yeah, the middle finger says a lot about how the hand is posed. Up like that. So this is a thumb. And this will be some kind of thing that she's holding. Draw it again, draw it again, draw it again, draw it again. That's pretty much my life, and that's okay. This is a fun shape, the way it comes up here. The way it crosses over. The way all this back here needs to compress. And some of this I can forget about, luckily, because I'm going to be making her wear clothes, but I need to figure out this underlying geometry first. I really do. So, now boobage. Okay. Clavicle? Kind of making that up. Back of the neck. Head might be way too big. We'll fix that in a minute, though. I like the head pose, so I don't care if it's too big. She's gonna have one of those little chibi anime noses, so we know we're gonna be looking up at it for the most part. And her eye mask, well, let's look at my sister's chick for just a minute. No, we're gonna look at the smoldering girl. Yeah. Smoldering girl here and here. Come on, man, just do what I need you to. Yeah. Neither are really making too much of an expression. What words might I use to describe the chick that my sister posted on Instagram tonight? Ay, ay, ay. Let's look at this. Again, she's standing there, but she doesn't have a lot of personality. So we have to infer that. Meh. What do you infer? Well, she might have quirked here. Okay, she smiled a bit. That's not too bad. Is capable of smile. Equals true. I liked this. Yeah, this is inspiring. So, did we get any clothing cues from these other pins here? Some. Shorts are definitely got to be a thing. This is going to be a chick wearing shorts, apparently. I like this top. If we can convey it. Tube top. Tube top and shorts. Let's look back over here. This isn't really a tube top, but we could make it be that just by cutting off and purposefully. Okay, so we're talking about fabrics, huh? Similar to how we did this other chick, I guess we'll make this one smiling. So, you know, this is a big grin. If the eyebrows can't go up too much above this, here, yeah. And so the smile comes down like this. See, she's smiling already. And if we know that to be true, then this whole kind of superhero mask can get bent up that way, right? And so top of her head, come back around, ear and nose, so almost flat back. I gotta decide how her jaw does. Let's look at both these girls. She's cute. We always know that anime chicks are gonna have a pointed jaw. I like her full lips and beady eyes. Jaw. Okay. Jaw. So here, right? Ding, 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 ding. And here in a minute, I'm going to start drawing all this cleaner with even smaller lines. But for now, it is also a little son of a gun, is that if her head's raised like that, I need to show her. It's all just Westworld stuff, man. When you stare at this long enough, you start to see things, and with the help of some friends, you can start to see your mistakes. So yeah, turn on like that. Shoo, shoo, boom, boom. I like this. I read this in the back here, so I like the idea there. Her hand would be doing that. Straights and curves again. Straight. And then a curve. And straight. And another kind of curve. So we'll get all that figured out, but you know, that's more of an arm than we had 2 seconds ago. This still feels squashed. Shoo, 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 shoo. The proportions are not the best. Is it because of the head? No, I don't think so. Oh golly. I got stuff on all sorts of different layers, don't I? Where her kind of belly button is. Just gonna make that just a little bit bigger, everything just a little bit bigger. And then I'm gonna make her head just a little bit smaller. And if I am manipulating her head, then I can turn it down just a little bit. All right, let's bump this back. So you guys can see that I draw and draw and draw, and I get faster at it. I'm gonna bump this back, and I really want to work on her face. go to OBS. Here we go. Making sure that my audio is good. I guess this could be turned down just a little. Alright, let's get a face on this girl. This is hopefully where this starts to come alive and I'm not as full of crap. I know that I want her to have a little upward tilt to her nose, first of all. And so you gotta see a couple nostrils. Over here at least. And it's not that she's piggy-nosed. It's just... I guess we did make her nose kind of wide, didn't we? Oh well. I think the point is this would be more here. And this would be less here. Because her nose is turned up some. No one's here to call me out on this. What's her nose actually do? Something like that. We know that her eyes fall on this line. And her lips. Here's an ear. What did her ears look like? What kind of ears do we got? I guess I gotta look at her sim. Just regular old ears. Wait, I will box them off some. I'll box them off some. You know, they're not pointed, they're just, you know, squarish. Oh yeah, this one chick did have really big lips. One, two, three, four. Clap your hands. I believe this is the song that has that in it. Nice. Alright, we gotta get some eyes figured out for this chick. It is a smile. All of this is trying to bend down into here. One, two, three, four. Clap your hands. At the very least, I want my online show to be my own dumb version of Picture Page, so... She's smiling, apparently. She doesn't look much like a she yet. We gotta divine all these strange shapes back here. What do we got? Well, we got some lips. Not looking bad. And, you know, this would come off of here. Roka, welcome back. Now this chick is supposed to have kind of these Manson-esque proportions. Some people are like, dude, all the chicks you draw are weird. Well, yeah, that's true. But it's for two reasons. I'm trying to get better at it. Her nose is wider than traditional chicks would have. So let's turn back to the peanut gallery. Welcome back. Tiny nose. Bigger nose. Rounder lips. I like round lips. So let's look at what makes this chick's lips round. These big, high, pillowy arches, and then they come down almost the same amount. So let's fix that if we can. She's almost like a Sage Ventress. Part of that's getting enhanced by the fact that I drew that large, these large lines here. And I kind of get this nose feeling like it's actually upturned more. First of all, I got it to not be so big. So that's something. And then... how are you, Roka? What kind of eyebrows does this chick have? We haven't decided that. She's got creepy ones that are thin. She's got big, dominant eyebrows, which I like. They have eyebrows. Oh, and my sister Sim has some as well. Those aren't bad. So we'll do a mix of that. What's her expression say? These ridges need to be pushed up. And see, that's another thing. Well, I'm learning that it's okay to build these contours. Linsgu, welcome back. So then her eyebrows would arch up like this, ish. Dink. Not the worst female I've ever drawn. And she's going to get better in time. I know that this is just me laying down the landmarks and building a skeleton, kind of. Dated a girl that kind of looked like this. Hair. So she doesn't have these elven ears, but I did want them to be a little boxy and more rounded than normal. So, she's not a furry. But I don't know what she is. Linsku and Roka, welcome back. Glad to have you, buddies. Trying to figure out some art tonight. Here's my pose. She's kind of taking off. Boom. Oh, the idea comes from a lot of inspirations, Linsku. Let's see if we can go over them real quick. Dark elf chick. I like the uniforms, so she's gonna kind of be dressed up in uniforms. I love this halter top. Again, jean shorts. Pinterest mostly, Linsku, is where we got these tonight. I don't know what this is. Love this. So she's gonna be like spooky dark colors. Messenger bag girl. Actually, she's gonna be a hydration fairy. It's that hour again, folks, where we use the power of the internet to supplement our lives for weird reasons. I'm distorting her face just a little bit to make it more agreeable. I'm hoping. See, and I'm trying to map it better to the side of the head. Her chin is up slightly, which is the hardest part of all of this malarkey. Cheated for well. And hydrate, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's the hydration fairy. These back muscles are neat. I know they're kind of okay. I know they're kind of correct. And then I've got this strap here. I keep drawing these curves because this has got to come up to the bottom of the head. I guess there's nothing hiding in this information that I need. I don't love her face, but I do like her proportions. So again, we'll come back to that. I need to draw faster. I need to get better. Push yourself to be better every day. So now I'm really trying to focus on more softer shapes. You know, all this was crudely hewn in here. But as I decide where some of these landmarks are, again, Ninja Turtle finger-ish. You know, where's that middle finger gonna be? And how does that make the other fingers follow suit? This is some kind of thing she's gripping. Watch me stumble through life as I hope to make some art. And this might never get released. It might never become a product. What matters tonight is we're doing it, because as I'm doing it, I'm learning some things. So, like I'm learning that her hand needs to be bigger. If I had the system resources for it, I would have another version of this cloned on my monitor and be watching it there. I like gazongas, kids. Who doesn't? I mean, come on. Alright, that's not the worst, and it's not insulting how it looks. It is swinging across here, so yeah, we are going to cheat again. Because her chest needs to be compressed some this direction. Not too bad. I think this is better. Yeah. And I don't care that it rastered in real crudely because I'm going to be drawing over this in a minute. So here's her belt line. That's going to be important because we said shorts earlier. And all of this is just being pulled around to here. So it creates this tight thing here. This tight back strap. Which it might not even matter after I do a quick clothing pass. Head just a tad smaller. Not all around. I gotta watch which hotkeys I hold. I like in a more exaggerated chin-up pose presently. Shoom. I don't hate this. It's not my favorite, and it is a weird pose. I do agree to that. This whole thing might be too far back. This might be where I need to cheat some. Puppet warp. And, puppet warp. Let's see if it makes a computer puke. Dink. Dink. This is an important intersection to preserve. Hips. So then what am I here to do? Bring this in. Bring it up. Bring her shoulder back some more. Hips, you go back where you were. Butt, you come down. Yeah, it might be that I need to... Boobage, you come in this way. Not too much. Oh, and then her chin. Oh, I have this sketch underneath all this still, which is kind of throwing it off. This is going to end up looking super deformed, and I'm going to hate it all when I'm done, aren't I? I'm a little grumpy presently, it seems. Shoo. All right. Ding. A or B? A or B? A or B? A or B? I like B better. Just a little bit. This whole malarkey still needs to come back together. Dink. That's better. Yes, this arm is too long for what we are gathered to do today. Shunk. Shunk. That's about right. I guess this is allowed to be a little more super deformed. I do need to draw our breast better. Oh yeah. Somewhere in there. All right. I'm going to take just a minute. Again, the warp core, it is just too hot tonight. And so, yeah, I have to hydrate. I have to caffeine to make sure I'm not swallowing a mouthful of flies like I did last night. That was super gross, kids. All right. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, all right, all right. We're back. I'm back. Caffeine's still my friend for now. It's not too late, presently, where I'm at. I rearranged the things so that I could see my influences out here. So now I'm going to do something where I draw over this in chunky poses. Big blobby chunky things. We'll use a different color though. This is green. Linsku says, I have a challenge. I bet you won't do a stream with pen and paper. I saw that just before I went off to my hydration, by the way. Linsku, here's why I won't. I don't have the technology for it. I need a better webcam or a better phone camera. So probably not a stream, but I could set up a tripod, and I have a decent enough steady camera that I could record me drawing on some pen and paper. It wouldn't be a stream. No, you're right about that. All right, let's bring up our inspirations again and turn them way down. This gal is hooded, long blue hair. A time lapse of a video, certainly. Yeah, I could do that. A video time lapse of me drawing in real time. I think that's more than doable. I think that I keep envisioning this back space here. You can't really tell that this is supposed to be one of those crop tops. But I guess the way this flows down, you can. I'm going to turn down the opacity of this and you'll see. She does look a little bit like Peter Pan presently. HP. HP. I don't know this. Head to HP. HP. Shorts. I like the idea of tall boots. Right about here. Mid-calf boots. So we're just blocking in some shapes. For me to draw later. I said she was a hydration fairy, so yeah, I need to make that be a thing. Let's do a couple things. I'm going to come in here with an obnoxious blue color. She needs some hair. We never settled on what kind of hair she should have. Long hair seems to be the consensus. This character, Annie Mae, has a couple locks here that should come back around. She's whipped her head, so golly, let me think of that whole animation. If she was standing up mostly straight and when she went into this run, then her hair would have been here and pulled behind her. And so it would have come up and around. And like that. This vector. So that's not bad. Not the worst. Blue-haired anime chick. If we said hydration fairy, this is the hard part, offsetting these wings properly. Something like that. Maybe we should leave her back, her top strapless, and give her a choker. Like, I don't know how that works. Golly. Choices, 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 kids. And all of this is really just added information. Look at how chunky and dumb this is. Let's push it way back. Now we can choose whether to include it in our decisions when we redraw her yet again, because that's what we do around here. Draw it again and 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 again, until you're good at it, till it looks the way that you want it to look. Someday, you won't have to draw it as many times because you'll be good at having drawn it too many times. So, I'm turning the opacity down so I can try and draw it yet again. I need her to look less horsey-faced, because she does kind of look horsey-faced. We're using a darkish blue on purpose. Here I'm coming to take me brush, and I need the shape dynamics to go. First of all, I need to be at a size 5. And 55 is good. This makes it feel, to me, like a little pin. Okay, I like this nose. We tilted it some. We tilt it up. That's not the worst. This mouth. Her lips are just way too big. And then this should be a little bit of an M, right? I think her eyes are up a little too high also. Nightbot. I don't know about all that, Linsku. I do need to, though. Yeah, my buddy Linsku here has been bugging me to set up this thing for Twitch for some time now, and well, it's not that I'm putting it off. I do forget about it, but then I also don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't know that I want to let it take control of my stream or not, so. Glowering little shadow girl. I hate everything about this. Absolutely everything. I'm right to the point of the night where I want to give up completely. I admit these things freely to you so that you understand, and you too will have moments like this. We all are going to go through them. Just a little massaging of this can make it a little bit better, in my opinion, though. Let's make her expression not so dumb and extreme, though. Come on, man. Slightly smaller mouth. I just want it so I can see how long you have been streaming. Oh, well, I've been streaming for almost exactly 3 hours, so yeah. I haven't been drawing this face for that time, though, so that's something. Like, see, this isn't so bad. We just needed to move her mouth up some. And see, the other thing that is, tonight, even though I love y'all, this is a throwaway image. That is to say, if this were for a client, I would work on this forever until it was perfect. Because I don't budge on good. I do my darndest not to budge on good. That looks creepy. It does kind of look creepy, Linsku. That's why I'm not happy about it. This is extreme, but given the way that her head is tilted, it might end up being extreme. And then this, her chin. Making choices with your lines is difficult, and this is why they call it artistry. And it might be what I hate about this is that, first of all, I need to get away from it for a time, because that's almost always true. I might need to give her back just a little bit more of a chin over here. Let's draw in some eyebrows. I could start drawing in hair. I still think it's premature for that. Let's zoom way out. Do not hurt anything, especially yourself. You know I'm saying this so that you remember, but I'm happy that you're weekly streaming. You know, Linsku, I will tell you 100% you are the reason. There's no two ways about that. Thank you. It's like, yeah, I can... And some people would be like, well, so what? And it's like, I got a friend in Finland, and his name is Linsku, and he says, put on a stream, and it's literally the least I could do. Because I hope that even if I wasn't putting on this stream, that I would be here tonight, drawing. That's my hope. But the truth be told, because I am a stupid fey creature that is controlled by such things, you giving me the attention makes me want to be better. Makes me want to go, okay. I don't consider it pandering to fans. It's just, heaven forbid you be one of my cheerleaders, which is, you've been good at. So thank you. It's been a huge morale boost to me, is I guess another way that I need to say that. So not the worst. Look, the more I massage this, the more I don't hate it. Her nose is kind of huge, so we'll rein that in a little bit. But I think this is workable. I think we're getting closer to something. So Roka just said, I just did a project on why you should grab the apples that fall on the ground from the apple tree. Linsku, yeah, look, I mean, the other thing I'll say is when I take the time to do that portion of my life the way that I should, I'm always telling people, because I have a social media and marketing job, consistency is very, very, very important. I know this. I know it. But did you know that it's really not easy to want to take your own medicine? And so time helped me with that, Linsku, but also you did too. You're like, hey, you should do this consistently, and it's like, well, I know. Damn it. I know. And truth be told, when someone says something like that to you, it's a soft but loving rebuke. It's like, hey man, live your life a little bit better. Or it's, hey man, I got some advice for you. It's like, ugh, that's some good advice. And now, hearing it from another human, it's like, damn, I'd be a fool to not take that advice or do something about it. It's, it's one thing to be ignorant, but the moment that you know a better way, then it's up to you to do something about that ignorance, right? So the moment you convicted me, that's a good word, the moment you put in the conviction into my heart that I should stream on the regular, I'm like, damn it, that's true. That's true. There's no two ways about it. It just isn't. So again, this face is not awful. I just think there's some things slightly off about it. She kind of, I don't know, I'm seeing like Dolly Parton's face in here. That's not the worst thing to say. And part of it might be her creepy black eyes too, but that's gonna stay that way for a minute, at the very least. Yeah, these need to come in here and get cleaned up, but I don't hate them. So I think that I've finally hit on some facial proportions that I don't hate. And I mention all that because now I really need to get onto some other parts of the body. Yeah, by itself, zoomed out, not a bad face. Not the best. It can be better. It's gonna get better. Again, the temperature is really increasing in here. Somehow I'm getting a headache. So I gotta take another hydration break, guys. I'm sorry. I will return shortly. Well, Linsku, look, I hadn't left my seat yet, but this sounds like some overly optimistic BS, but I'll tell you some truth. Our lives, we are just particles. There's really no meaning. We're just bumping into each other. So I wouldn't be continuing to stream if I didn't have somebody who was watching me. I mean, I might be, but not with this passion. So the moment that a 0 turns to even just one person watching, then I can suddenly start to get some feedback from them. And so I don't know how you found me either, buddy, but thank you. Because, your inspiration is keeping me going. It's helping in a lot of good ways. I need to work on the ventilation system down here in the bunker sometime. It is not what I think it should be. Howdy again, I'm back. This is Into the Wild with Incomitatum. We're trying to make something of ourselves, and tonight we're making this kind of hydration fairy chick. That's what we were inspired to do. frustration. All right. If we're so frustrated, what can we do? A couple things. Can work on this outline some more. Wrong color. Yeah. This here. Oh yeah, the other thing I realized is that I have her wings configured not the way that I want them. I like this splat here. But realistically, as I think about the animation, this wing should go like this. So let's see how it comes down. I want it to come the other way. I want it to come up. Because I want it to imply that she came from like a starting pose, and she has... Now she's, in a way, they're flapping, but in another way, because that's what I want to accentuate. She's dragging them behind her. Presently. And so, yeah, the inverse of that would be this one here. Coming down here. Boom. With their hair in between. Not too bad. I'll just push him back. Let's look at the face again without any bullshit. I think it's the heat that is making me not happy. Let's turn all this stuff down to 25. We'll draw our face again and 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 again. If that's what we have to do. Boom. Boom. She's got a little bit of aerial hair presently. Boom. How does this go? Right around the temple, she's got some hair. Boom. Boom. Yeah, Linsku, you push me to want to be a better artist. That's about the best I can say to eloquate it. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Golly, this stupid face. And it's harder to even say that when you're talking about a real person that you're supposed to be commissioned to draw. Presently, this isn't that, thank goodness. I feel like I drew this chick before. I feel like I've already been angry at this before. Why so much anger? Well, you know, Linsku, I actually can't rebuke that at all. He said those eyes, they'll just come into my dreams. And it's like, well, you know, to be honest, that's kind of cool. So... his mouth. this stupid face. I like this song. It's so squirky. This outside line is almost too thick. Okay, I don't hate this face, and I think that in time I can make it better if I just get the hell away from it and redraw it. So let's work on the rest of the body. Push these way back. Think better. Thank you. Hit save, because I haven't in a while. Excuse me, folks. Not bad manners, just good food. That's an important bend to get right. See this little bend here? What is HP? What is HP then, Scooter? You have not told me this. Harry Potter. Oh, you're gonna read some Harry Potter. Okay, that's fine. I mean, she's gonna have some breasts. And, yup. But this is gonna be pushed down from the wind, so... In fact, I drew a fairy before from my buddy Donovan. And, golly, I spent a great many hours on it, didn't I? I'll just say yes. I'll just say yes to that. Yeah, I'm automatically liking this more. I gotta save it. Alright, so Hydration Fairy. This might be something that I finish sometime. I hope so. But as it stands, I'm running out of some steam. Not the this isn't look, it's really kind of a pain in the ass if you put ego and want and desire into everything, because then you're going to get yourself bummed out. So you got to be careful how you measure things. All this is to say, I wouldn't say this was the best stream I ever had, but it was pleasant. I got to talk to a few people like Linsku and Roka. We even had a couple new friends come by. Majora was here. I got to meet someone called Kaiba. That's a cool name. And overall, I liked the vibe. So, but if we're going to talk about the vibe, oh yeah, and then I also added a symbol to the adventure map tonight. Tink. I don't know if you saw Linsku. Tink. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for just a minute, and then I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to draw something else, because that's the other joy of being an artist. When you hit some frustration, you should change gears. So enjoy my adventure map for just a second. I got to nom some snacks, because that's what life is about. I'll be right back. Thanks to all my viewers. I'm setting up for a new scene. I'll be right back. Enjoy this song I made and this map I made and got input from my friends on. This is Into the Wild with Incomitatum, episode 36. Make something of yourself. We're returning to the map I made to discuss some fun-time storytelling ideas. You'll see a new symbol has been added. What's that all about? Alright, here we are. This is where we are. We are here into the night together. 2 viewers. I had 3 for just a half second. Sector Nancy. 7. And you know the second viewer. That's great. I've had some ideas recently, and some of those have been in thanks to folks like Linsku. Folks like Linsku who give me good feedback, who give me good encouragement. Folks like Linsku who, whether they realize it, they are people who are uplifting me and helping to amplify my joyful noise. So yeah, that's a big deal to me. There are very few people like that out there. But you know who you are. Good friends of mine. As we travel those low roads together. Alright. Adventure game. Adventure styles. Adventure times. What fun things are we working on? Well, I have some sketches I want to do. And let's see how these turn out. Just little things. I almost made tonight about environment art, and maybe that's what I should have done. Somehow I got my butt on something about hydration fairies and proportions, and that's okay, but to be honest, I wanted to stay in this little adventure land that I dreamed up for myself while we were at the park earlier, so I really like that Link's Awakening kind of style. The Miyazaki style. This cartoon. Oh, poops. Alright. It's gotta be gray or this jean blue. Made this pin to kind of simulate my micron pin that I love to use. So. Linsku. Yeah, my wife and I, we have a Raspberry Pi and play the crap out of some Super Mario World. Maybe that's what we need to do. We haven't played the Raspberry Pi together in a long time. Maybe tomorrow will be pizza and will be Raspberry Pi and pizza pie night, thanks to Linsku's inspirations. Can you guess this object, Linsku? Looking like a creeper. Looking like a creeper, huh? Not a bad idea. It's a mailbox. It's true. I love this part. That's why I made it. Reminds me of the Incredibles are like up on the theme. The song definitely got a little spicy when this part showed up. And my thinking of it is, because the low roads are the folding of space and time, that all of the chanting for that song was just to build up the magical energy to cast the ritual, and that spicy part, that's where the magic finally is cast. Linsku says maybe turn down the music. See, without a friend like this, how can I know? How can I know when it's too loud? Thank you, Linsku. I'll turn it down. I think my songs become cool right about here. Let's listen to this. I made this for a video game once. Yeah, this does get to be a little loud. Mailbox. You're right, Linsku. Mailbox. Alright. Now I'm back. We will do this bit. Okay, you guys. Okay, you guys. That's right, Linsku. You listen to most of my music, haven't you? You honor me by doing that. Mailbox. Yeah. Here's something. So part of the fiction that I'm trying to work out is an adventure game that maybe we can play together. Linsku, did you tell me you're 8th grade-ish or, around 13? Yeah, 8th grade. Oh, like Rollycarp. That's right, Linsku. I almost made a video game one time. How long has this heavenly stream lasted? Why are you so good to me, Linsku? Well, making me look at the time, and this is why the music gets a little more anxious. 3.5 hours, so about another half hour. And that's what time it'll be. Time to go off into the night and pray that my creator gives me, some more life for tomorrow. That would be most excellent. Yeah, Linsku, look, it means a lot to me that you came down out of nowhere and said, hey man, I like you and your art and your vibe. Keep being. Because it's good to have that. I need a cheerleader sometimes. Someone to remind me, hey, people do like you and you can do the things that you like and they'll like you and the stuff that you make is good and yeah, right? Welcome, darlings. What a magnanimous time we're going to have. Yeah. It sounds like a character I've had in mind for some time. I would call him the shopkeeper. The manager. The manager. Yes. Didn't you want to see me for something? Have you played Papers, Please, Linsco? Yeah, right. This is kind of a dirge. Maybe I need to do more of these smaller sketches. So there's a couple things. There we go. So yeah, objects you might find if I had my own adventure game. Some kind of little shrine of power that you gotta roll moderately to climb to the top of. Like if this is a ninja. I'd say it's a climbing difficulty of 5 or 6. You know, if you fell off of that, you'd hurt yourself. This was going to be the theme song to my video game Dusk Monies. Gets loud here in a minute. Caffeine. Yeah, tonight I was going to work on some environment pieces, but I guess I never did. What a wonderful way to end the stream. So yeah, I do need to put in some... Thank you, Linsco. Some night I would love to actually roleplay with you. And maybe your friend over there too. I know that we are on different sides of the world. So it would probably mean me having to get up real early. I've been storytelling for a great many years, and I have some ideas that I want to execute on, but I don't have anybody to help me try them out. So yeah, it might be that little dudes like yourself are exactly what I need. Might be. Right, we'll have to do some scheduling stuff. Make sure that you're not going to be in school. Tiny house, tiny house, tiny house, tiny house, tiny house. Oh, Ricky, that's my brother. His name's Ricky, and he's older than me. Listen to Baumgartner. I love this song. Do you know who Baumgartner is? It's very good to know who Baumgartner is. I liked the notion of it. What can be older than you, for you are older than the rocks and mountains. Well, my brother is slightly older, yes. This is very true. I'm not as old as I could be. I'm still an apprentice in many ways. Alright, fun little shack. Almost like a snow cone shack. Just some things I want to draw tonight, I guess. This might sound like I love myself, but I think I'm okay with writing some stuff, says Linsku. Maybe. Maybe you are okay. Let's hope so. I'll take you at your word. I'll cheer you on, Linsku. I'll tell you you're good. Alarm. 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 Now we are descending into the atmosphere. Like a good Baumgartner. So in love with yourself. Well, it's good. Do you have anything that you've written recently? And see, I like to stay in the arena of story crafting for a while, so I can write, and I know I'm not bad at it either, but I'm not great at it. I could always be better. And so You know what, Linsco? I'm a very fast typer because that's the world that I grew up in. They really encouraged us to be typists. And as a result, I completely agree with you. I write a lot of notes, but I'm much faster on pen and paper. What do you think of this guy, Linsco? Cheater. Yes, das. Cheater. That is me. And now? What? Yeah. Yeah. What were you saying? Huh? Huh? Oh, yeah. No, that's alright. Where? Yeah, no. Yeah. It's like a stealth game and you keep getting that. I need a blend of the two. But I have been wanting to do more animation. Alright. This has been Into the Night with Incomitatum, episode 36. Make something of yourself. We made something. Let's review what we did. We did this. We did this. We did some of that. And, you know, some stuff on our adventure map. Think that was a group effort. This will get filled in time. Daylight's reprieve. So I gotta take a second out. Tell you to go to my Facebook. Become my Facebook friend. Go over to my MeWe. Become my MeWe friend. Go over to my Instagram. Become my Instagram friend. Become my friend everywhere. Join us on Discord if you want to chill with me for the rest of the week into the night. And, if you want to cheat, best way. Oh, yeah, I did make a title card for Twitch. Because I made this last Thursday. Yeah, a week ago. But you can also go here to go to the Discord. So, become my super friend, join me on Discord. Barracuda Omelet never joined, and Linsku is already there. Alright. Thank you again. This has been Into the Night with Incomitatum. I want to thank you for joining me and, helping me grow, giving me inspiration, letting me infect you with my words. May your weird light shine and make others around you happy and inspired.